Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on a Friday, April 7th, 2023, bringing y'all my NBA Jam session. We're trying to cook up this NBA per usual. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like, man. My best bets can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Click that link in the description. Takes you right to my Handicapper page. There, you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. You can also find all my bets for today's action, including both my top plays, my $19 NBA Jam Session play, and my $25 MLB play of the day. We dropped the MLB play of the day yesterday. The Nationals and the Rockies act like they forgot to hit. So, drop that. 6-2 on that play to begin the season in the MLB. We bounced back on that today. I love today's play. And we did hit the $19 NBA Jam Session play, even though the news did not break our way. I had the Nuggets plus the 7 in that one. I was hoping that the guys were going to play, man. They ended up not playing, but the Nuggets ended up covering the line, man. So, that's kind of what we're dealing with over these next few days in the NBA, man. It's finna get rough. I'm probably going super light these next few days, man. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm shooting straight. I'm still going to come on and cover every game, man. But, hey, I'm not in love with what's about to go down these next few days. Perfect example was that Cleveland-Orlando game yesterday. Cleveland opens up as a 4.5-point favorite, sits everybody. Orlando then jumps to 10.5-point favorite, and then probably like an hour or two before tip, they sit all their starters and the line flips again. Hey, you got to be watching out for all that this week, man, these next few days in the NBA, because that's exactly what we're dealing with. Follow me on Twitter at ParlayGuyJ, and come check out my live show that I'm live on every day right here on the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, man. 3 Central, 4 Eastern. That live show is even more important right now, as I'm telling y'all, I'm finna talk about every game right now, but I guarantee you about 3 or 4 of these games, the line's going to be something totally different by the time I do that live show, man. It's the current state of the NBA right now. A lot of guys sitting out. A lot of teams, these games don't mean anything, but there still is a few where it do, man. So we're going to try to cook it up per usual, get on the right side of some of these things, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Let's make some money on a Friday, and without further ado, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Houston Rockets out on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets. This game means absolutely nothing. Rockets laying 2.5, total 230. The lean, small lean, Rockets money line. We did just see them beat up on a Nuggets team on their home floor, and the Nuggets did play most of their guys in that one. We kind of talked about what Coach Mike Malone said to the Nuggets yesterday. Rockets also beat the Pistons at home 121-115, so they've won 2 of their last 3. The Hornets won the first meeting between these two teams this season, 122-117 on the 18th of January. But the Hornets, they've been hammered in 3 straight at home. Toronto beat them by 20-plus back-to-back, and then Chicago aired them out 121-191. I kind of expect the Rockets, the more healthy team, to get them some revenge in this one, win this game. Rockets money line, small lean for me here in our first matchup of the day. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got another game full of 2 awful teams. Pistons on the road facing the Pacers. Pacers are laying 7, total 229. I'm not laying 7 with the Pacers, man. No Halliburton, no Duarte, no Turner, no TJ McConnell. I'm not laying 7 with the Pacers. So I guess the small lean to the Pistons. Pistons injury report is a mile long as well, but I do kind of like some of the pieces that are expected to still play. Killian Hayes, Jaden Ivey, James Wiseman. I think they can do enough and keep this one within the number. 2 awful teams. I'd rather the points in my back pocket. I'm getting 7. Yeah, lean Pistons plus the 7. The Pistons did win the last meeting between these two teams, man, on the 13th of March, 117-97. The Pacers won the game before that, 121-115 on the 11th of March. Rather have the points in my back pocket. These 2 awful teams. I know I'm not laying 7 with the Pacers, so that's how I feel about this. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Miami Heat out on the road facing the Washington Wizards, man. Heat are laying 6, total 218. It's a weird game because the Heat kind of still have a little to play for. They can technically still catch that Nets team for the 6th spot and get out of the play-in tournament. Although I don't think it happens. It could still happen. That's why I think we still see Most of these guys expected to play in this one. Only people I'm seeing out is Jovic and Lowry. We know what's up for the Wizards, man. The Wizards, no Bill, Kuzma, Morris, or Porzingis. I don't like laying points with Miami. I know I almost never want to do that. I love fading Miami. I do think they need this one more. This Wizards team is completely depleted. Heat money line. Heat should win this game for sure. Should be like a parlay piece, if anything. Heat definitely, I think, win this basketball game. No way they lose to a depleted Wizards team. So, like them on the money line. I would not be surprised, though, if we caught some news that Adebayo and maybe Jimmy Butler sit this game later on today, man. Hopefully, we'll know by the time I do my late show. But I'm not interested in laying points with the Miami Heat on the road, the worst cover team in the entire league. I do think they win the game. It's about as far as I trust them. Heat money line, small lean for me. Here it is. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the 76ers out on the road facing the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks laying double digits, 10.5, total 235. Injury report-wise, no Embiid tonight for the Sixers. He won't play on the back end of this back-to-back. They got hammered yesterday by Miami, 129-101. Did not see that coming at all. I also see Melton and Maxey as game-time decision. That's it for the injury report for the Sixers. But I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying this for the rest of the card. I would not be surprised if this news broke later that most of these guys for the Sixers will not play. With that being said, I kind of like the Hawks laying the 10.5. Might not bet the Hawks laying 10.5. Laying 10.5 on the Sixers is still kind of crazy. But I'm leaning Hawks laying the 10.5. A little more to play for. It looks like all their guys will be in there tonight. Only person I'm seeing injured is DeAndre Hunter. He's a game-time decision. Lean Hawks land the 10.5 in this one. Want to see the final injury report? Check back later. Live jam session. We'll run it through one more time. But currently, as I sit here right now, Lean Hawks land 10.5. But probably not going to end up firing it up. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Toronto Raptors out on the road facing the Boston Celtics. Celtics laying 2.5, total 222.5. These two teams just played 2 days ago, with the Celtics winning this one in the same building on their home floor, 97-93. Celtics have won all three meetings this season versus the Raptors, 116-110, 106-104, and that 97-93. All three were super competitive. And this could very well be a first-round series. I'm pretty sure this is what we're going to see. As of I currently sit here right now, only people I see on this injury report for the Celtics is Gallinari, Derek White, Marcus Smart, Peyton Pritchard, and Brogdon. All those are game-time decisions, though. I'm seeing Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Al Horford all in the lineup. I would not be surprised if they sat this one, though, because I don't think this game means anything for the Celtics. And I would also say I would not be surprised if this game was kind of like that 76ers game yesterday, where the Sixers did play everybody and still got hammered. Would not be surprised if this game kind of went the same way as this one, with the Raptors working with triple revenge and knowing this is probably the team they're going to see if they make it out of the play-in, and the Raptors still trying to establish some momentum heading into the play-in. I think Raptors money line's aside for me in this game. They do get some revenge. Finally beat the Celtics team once this season, and try to keep it rolling heading into the play-in tournament. Y'all know I hate betting the Raptors on the road, but I just think this one actually sets up pretty well for them. I think the Celtics possibly sit these guys and or just go through the motions tonight. And I think the Raptors, who kind of need this one a little more, pull this game out on the road. So Raptors, money line for me here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Orlando Magic out on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. Nets are laying 13, total 217. I lean Nets in this one. Nets got more to play for, trying to hold off the Miami Heat for that last spot out of the play-in tournament. Both teams play today, so I think the Nets actually play all their guys. That's what it's looking like right now. Dinwiddie, Bridges, Johnson, Claxton, and Finney-Smith all look like they're a go tonight. The Magic probably going to pull what they pulled yesterday and sit everybody. And we saw how that turned out. They got absolutely hammered by that second unit from Cleveland yesterday. I think the first unit for Brooklyn probably does the exact same thing. Lean Nets, laying the 13 with more to play for. The better team at home. They should stomp these boys. Nets laying the 13 for me here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing the Milwaukee Bucks, man. Memphis road favorites laying 7.5, total 226.5. Reason the line is like this is the Bucks aren't playing anybody. No Antetokounmpo, no Middleton, no Holiday, no Connaughton, no Lopez. Grizzlies, on the other hand, it looks like everybody's going to play. As of right now, they could pull a Orlando Magic and sit guys 2 hours before tip, man. So be watching out. Be watching these injury reports all day, man. Be watching these injury reports. I'll be back 3 Central, 4 Eastern. Hopefully we know some news by then. But with this current news that everybody's playing, I mean, I lean Grizzlies laying the 7.5. I'm seeing Ja Morant, Bane, Brooks, Jackson, and Tillman. Their whole starting 5 looks like they're a go tonight. Kind of weird, but, you know, I get it, I guess. I really wish that they would sit this one and play the next one against the Thunder, beat the Thunder so my Mavs get in the playoffs. That's what I wish they do. But if they're playing them this game, hopefully they play them next game too and beat the Thunder. I think they're trying to establish some road momentum maybe right now because this team has been absolutely terrible on the road all season. So maybe they're trying to get some momentum on the road before the playoffs. I don't know. I don't love it. I'm going to be honest. I don't love it because I really think there's a high chance that they pull Orlando Magic and all these guys will be ended up sitting by game time. So I'm not firing this one up right now. If everybody plays, of course, the lean is the Grizzlies. But we're kind of being held hostage waiting on some of this news in the NBA. That's what these next few days are going to look like, to be honest. But lean right now is definitely Grizzlies laying the 7.5 on a depleted Milwaukee Bucks team. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the New York Knicks out on the road facing the New Orleans Pelicans, man. Pelicans are laying 8, total 224.5. Knicks have actually been playing really great basketball. They've won 5 straight, and they're on the road where they've been money at all season. The Pelicans still have much more to play for, but in that same breath, I'm not laying 8 with the Pelicans in this spot. So small lean to the Knicks. I do see Brunson out, Randall out, and R.J. Barrett game time decision. The same people that have been out for the Pelicans are still out. No Alvarado, no Zion Williamson. Everybody else looks like a go, though, but I'm still not laying 8 with the Pelicans. I'm just not going to do it. I feel like everybody knows that this is a kind of a must-win for the Pelicans. They're trying to improve their seeding. The Knicks really don't have much to play for, so I think a lot of people are just going to hop on the Pelicans blindly. I'm not. If anything, for me, it's a stay away. Probably won't bet this game. I told you at the top, I'm going super light. If I don't love it, I'm not touching it. I don't want to really have no action in this game. Pelicans do need it more, but I know I'm not laying 8 with them. Knicks have been money on the road all season. They won 5 straight. I think their rotational players could possibly still keep this one close. We got the 6th man of the year probably quickly still in there. Grimes in there. Toppin in there. Mitchell Robinson in there. They still got some guys that I think can hoop against this Pelicans team. Again, kind of like I said earlier, I'd just rather have the points in my back pocket in this one. Can this Pelicans team blow out this Knicks team? Yes. Don't want to bet that they do so. No. Much rather have the 8. Give me the Knicks plus the points here in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got your Chicago Bulls out on the road facing my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, man. Mavs are laying 10.5 at home, total 227. Line so big because the Bulls probably will sit everybody as they're locked into where they are, the final spot in the Eastern Conference, last spot in the play-in tournament. So I'm seeing Caruso, Levine, and DeRozan as game-time decisions, but I would not be surprised if Vooch, Beverly, and some of these other guys sat as well. For my Mavs, all systems are a go. Everybody will play. Sound the alarms. We're trying to make the play-in tournament. We need the Grizzlies to beat the Thunder in a few days, man. That's what we need, and we got to win out. We got to beat this Bulls team. We got to beat the Spurs. I think we take care of our end and do both of those. We got to see if the Grizzlies play their guys against the Thunder and win that game or not. I lean my Mavs laying at 10.5. I don't really love it. We know my Mavs don't cover spreads. That's not what they do. But, again, they're facing a depleted Chicago Bulls team, a Bulls team that just got beat in back-to-back games by double digits, 105-92 on the road in Milwaukee and at home, 123-105. The Bulls hammered my Mavs in the only meeting this season, 144-115 on the 10th of December. I'm pretty sure my Mavs have that fresh in the front of their mind as they come in here on their home floor, try to get some revenge and keep their and keep their playoff hopes alive. I lean my Mavs laying the 10.5 here in this one. In our next matchup, man, we got another one that's kind of being held hostage by injuries. We got the Warriors laying 8.5 on the road on the Sacramento Kings. Another hard game to handicap because they just won't come out and tell us if the guys are playing or if they're not. Everybody for the Sacramento Kings is game time decision. If I had to call it, I would say they don't play, as this game really means nothing for them. So if I had to call it, I'd say the Kings guys don't play. No Fox, no Herter, no Murray, no Sabonis, no Monk, no Trey Lyles, no Dellavedova, but they're all game time decisions right now. So I can't really say if they play or if they don't. Line, I would say, indicates that they don't. But I feel like if they don't, this line grows even more towards Golden State. I really feel that way. Tough spot. See y'all later on today in this one as well, man. But this is how I feel. That's what I'm going to say. Kings plus the 8.5. And if the line grows and all these guys don't sit, I will try to grab as many points with the Kings in this one. It's just the same thing I've been looking at all season. I just don't want to lay points with the Warriors on the road, man. The worst road cover team in the entire NBA. They've barely won out there. They're going to win this game, especially if the Kings sit everybody. But I could also see them just winning the game, kind of going through the motions doing so. This line's probably going to be something crazy if all those guys sit. I would probably grab the points with the Kings. I don't love it. I want to see this injury report. I want to see the number as well before I just, try to tell y'all that's what I would do. But I kind of got to, and that's kind of what we got to do these last few days of the season. So I lean Kings plus the points. I want to see if all those guys play or not. And if the line grows huge, I'll probably still grab the points with the Kings as we continue to fade the Golden State Warriors out on the road. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the Phoenix Suns out on the road facing the Los Angeles Lakers, man, the Lake Show. Lakers are laying 8.5, total 225.5. That's what I'll say on this one, man. This is going to have to be one I update y'all later on the jam session, man, on the live one. Simply put, because the line says 8.5, but every injury report I check doesn't say that these Suns guys are out. So the line indicates that they're out at the 8.5, or else why else would the line be 8.5? And I do think Monty Williams said like 2-3 days ago that they will not play in this game. But as I'm looking at this report, man, they're all still currently in there. So maybe the news breaks later. So I'm going to have to update y'all on this one later. Only lean I got is Lakers money line. The Lakers still, I don't love this game. There's a lot of games I don't love. Hopefully we get some more information later on today. Lean Lakers money line in a small lean. But I got to see what's up with the injury reports for both teams. Because the Lakers, all their guys are game time decisions as well. D'Angelo Russell, LeBron, and Anthony Davis. And I could see this being a spot where they sit them. So we just got to see how all this news breaks down throughout the day. Y'all know the drill. I'll be back later on the day. We'll talk about it then. So yeah, that's how I feel on this. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on April 7th, 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. Smash that like button for your guy, man. Subscribe if you're new. And drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who I like, man. Hey, not my favorite Jam Session of the year, man. Actually, one of my least favorites. It's a lot of information still up in the air. A lot of question marks. I'm going super light today, guys. I'm going super light. I tried to cover every game, tell y'all how I felt on all of them, but it's tough, man, because it's going to be how it's going to be these next few days to close out the season. We'll see. My top plays can be found in that link in the description. I will have a few in the NBA today, maybe 2 or 3 max. 2 or 3 max in the NBA today. You can find those in that link in the description, including my top play, my $19 NBA Jam Session play. I do love that play today, though. I do love that play. There's one play on the board that I absolutely love today. Scoop it up. Got baseball today. Other sports as well. All in that link in the description. Scoop it up over at Pickdawgz Premium. I'll be back later, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, with my live Jam Session. Hopefully by that time, a lot of this information has broke, and we can have a better conversation on a lot of these games. I know that show is live as well. And so y'all can come ask questions, all that stuff later on today. Again, 3 Central, 4 Eastern. This is a huge show today because A lot of question marks. Hopefully, a lot of the information breaks by then. So come spend some time with me later on today as we try to cook up the NBA per usual, man. Thank y'all for watching. Been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll see y'all later on today. Let's make some money on a Friday. I'm out of here.